How did she do it? Do it. Do it. Do it.
Libby, Libby, Libby,
3, 2,
Libby.
1.
It's the Libby Show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Libby Show. I am so excited about today's guest. She is a country songwriter and artist, Sarahbeth Taite, here on the Libby Show. And she's got a brand new single out on the new Growin' Up Country Volume 2, Like a Butterfly. I love it. Welcome to the show, Sarahbeth. How are you doing?
I'm doing so great. Thank you for having me on. I've been a fan and I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, well, I'm so happy you're here, and congratulations on your single on this new volume 2 of Growing Up Country for Kids. You have a new EP coming out in August. So many
Yeah.
great projects. How are you feeling?
I feel so great. This project is so special to be a part of. I remember when Volume 1 came out, I remember thinking it was such a
Yeah.
cool concept, and it was just such an honor to get the message that I got to be just one of many artists on this, and it feels really good that it's going to be finally out. I've been really excited for everybody to hear the whole album and the song. So
Talk about Like a Butterfly and kind of how that song was put together, how you came into the project to be a part of it.
yeah, so I didn't write this one. I'm used to releasing songs that I've written, and this one was I got asked to be a part of the project, and it was honestly an immediate yes before I even heard the song. I mean, I just knew that everybody who was a part of creating this was so talented. I was like, I know it's going to be good, but obviously wanted to make sure that the song was also a good fit for me, and something that I felt confident singing. And then I heard the song, and I fell in love with this song. Really, it's so sweet. It's almost like a lullaby, but
Yeah.
more fun for kids. And I love it because I feel like there's so much fun and energy on this album that is, I feel like a lot of the album's kind of like a dance party for kids, and then this song is the last song on the record. And it's just this really sweet story song that I feel like I said, it's almost like a little bit of a lullaby. So I've already been singing it to my girl, and she loves it.
I'm sure she does.
So yeah,
That's
so it's special to get that demo and fall in love with the song, and then get to kind of put my own spin on it and go in and like I said, sing a song that I didn't write, and just just really kind of see it go from demo form to fully mastered and gonna be out in the world.
Well, congratulations. And you've got a new EP coming out, the song Diamond and a Baby
Yes.
on that as well. And I saw on Instagram where you were talking to the writers about the process of that song. Why is that song so special to you?
Oh my gosh, that's one of the songs that is most special to me. I feel like the day that we wrote that, I felt like, okay, this is kind of like my anthem song. It's like my brand statement all in one. But yeah, that song just recently came out as the second single on my EP, and it's just truly like a snapshot of my everyday life right now, which, I mean, I've just come to realize, like, okay, this whole thing is just really about, connecting with everybody else living real life, and that's all I really want to do with my songwriting and my storytelling and my music. So that song to me just kind of encompasses everything that I am these days, and just kind of a celebration of all the roles that I've gotten to have over the last few years. So
Yeah. I love that, when artists are really honest about how their music is also a part of their everyday real life. I think that really reaches fans. I think that's really relatable. And to hear how that part of your life is so important, obviously having a family and performing and writing songs. I mean, that's going to be really inspirational to your daughter one day. So props to you.
thank you. Yeah, I spent as I think a lot of us do, I spent a lot of years, just trying to kind of, I don't know, fit in the music industry or sing things that I felt like I was supposed to sing about. And it's been so freeing to just really, yeah, write about real life and my real life. And it's fun to see the way that connects to everybody else.
Can you kind of expand on the process of carving your own path in music? I think, in any creative industry, there's always this pressure to, you know, follow what everyone else is doing, or, you know, post certain things on social media to get a certain type of traction or whatever that may be creatively. How have you carved your own path to feel like you were staying true to yourself every time that you release music?
Yeah, it's been a journey. I mean, I think I've kind of learned some of those things out of necessity.
Yeah.
And I've had the same kind of frustrations, I'm sure that a lot of people have had. I mean, I've been doing this for a decade. So, like I said, there was a lot of, kind of searching during that time. And I think I truly, my priorities, like you said, started a family. Everything just kind of got clearer for me as far as purpose and, I feel like I have less time in the day. I really, when I'm going off to a write, I'm trying to make that day count. I'm not showing up just to write a song that I don't care about.
Right.
I'm to write something that means something to me. And so um I think just really focusing on that, and also to like celebrating the little wins. I mean, I think I just realized along the way, like, oh, I'm already doing what I love. I'm already, successful in all these ways. And it's like, I think that takes away the fear of, oh, if I don't do this, if I don't do it this way, maybe people won't care. And it's like, it, I think really when you do what's true to you is when it starts connecting. And so
Yeah.
little by little, the more I started doing that, it was like, oh, this is what people really care about, is just, again, connecting with their everyday real life. And that little by little, the more that you just open up and be yourself, I feel like you realize that's what works, and it just gets less scary all the time.
And fans want to know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's just so many labels that we put on everything in the industry. I've talked a lot about how I mean, I felt like there was gonna be a label on my back becoming a mom, that I was gonna be kind of boxed into something, or that I couldn't do other things. And it was like, I mean, it's just, again, so many of us are just living real life that we all want to hear. Like, I wasn't hearing songs about my real life on the radio. And I felt like there was kind of a missing spot in some of these playlists and albums. And I was like, I think there's a way for me to tell some of these stories that aren't being told,
Right.
and maybe that'll connect. So it's been really fun to just see it kind of take off.
Yeah. And I've enjoyed watching it too. You garnered the attention from Bobby Bones when Long Way went viral on TikTok. So talk about how it felt, in hindsight, looking back at that season and how it's prepared you to navigate, multitask, and what you're doing right now.
Yeah, that it's so fun to look back on that year, because it was like just such a monumental. Sorry for the lawnmower going by my house. I don't know if
Can't
y'all
even
can.
hear it.
But it was just a monumental year for me. As far, I mean, gosh, Bobby Bones like changed my life in so many ways, putting me on the show, and that song changed my life in so many ways. And yeah, it was such a lesson in. I mean, that song, I'd had that song in my hip pocket for years, and I never knew how special it was going to be. And so that was just a huge lesson in, oh, let's just maybe let the fans and let the listeners decide like what works, and not filter so much before I put stuff out there. And that was a lesson in authenticity for sure. And yeah, life got a little crazy. It was COVID, so we were getting a lot done in a time where not much could be done. But yeah, it was kind of the start of my busier schedule and my music coming out more frequently, and it's been very fun since then.
What song on the new EP are you looking forward to people hearing that hasn't been released?
Question. I think one of my favorite songs on the EP is "What If We Broke Up." It is it's probably the most true story that I've ever put into a song.
Okay.
Uh, and it's really special to me and my husband both. And it was the first song that I wrote with my uh, producers, Nathan Chapman and Parker Welling. We uh, we sat down one day, and I had just met Nathan, and we ended up writing that, and it was kind of the start of this whole project coming together. So it was really special.
I love it. Well, I can't wait to hear it. EP's coming out August 23rd. The Way We Started, Growing Up
Mhm.
Country, Volume 2 out now, Like a Butterfly. I also want to mention that you've had a history of giving back to Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, Musicians on Call with Seacrest Studios. Talk about being involved with that and sharing music with children that are maybe going through a hard time, and what that has meant to you as an artist and as a creative.
Yeah, that started for me, gosh, years ago. And it just that was long before I was even a mom, and I think it's just always been special to me to watch how kids connect with music. It's really amazing. You don't realize, especially kids going through a hard time. We really don't think about all the time how much music impacts them, and how it's just this whole different language and a way to connect and bring this light to people. And it's just been a really special way for me to feel like I'm doing good with what I'm doing. I mean, we're all looking for purpose, and it's not just about trying to live a glamorous
Yeah.
lifestyle, release pretty cover artwork for an album. I mean, that kind of thing is really why we're doing it. And that goes back to too the kids record that's out now, and the song I got to do on that. It's like it's been amazing watching my daughter and watching other kids, like they appreciate music so much. They learn so much through music, and it's really incredible to watch them listen.
Yeah. And I think that, you know, going through experiences like this, it just reminds us that our creativity and the talents that God has given us ultimately is all about how that helps other people's stories. Because I think our stories are important, obviously, but like you just said, the way that music changes people, and, the
Mhm.
fact that, God's given you a beautiful voice, given you, the creativity to write songs and to tell your story, how much that, impacts people. And they may not always say something, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't stick with them
Yeah,
for years to
it's like
come.
that
So
whole yeah, that whole purpose is to just, maybe one person or one kid will feel something from that, and remember it. And I think too it's fun to kind of bring country music to all those things too, and just be a part of, especially young people just falling in love
mhm.
with music early on. Like that's also really special, is kind of making country music cool, and showing them what it can be. So
It- Well, congratulations on everything. I do want to ask, who are some artists that you look up to, some songwriters that you love working with? They can even be artists in country music that are moms and they're doing the thing. So who inspires you?
oh my gosh, so many people. So I'm mostly influenced musically by a lot of the female artists from the 90s. I mean, I am a big Faith Hill fan, Martina McBride, Leanne Womack. I really loved how just celebrated womanhood was in those years, and just again that authenticity really coming through in their music, and just kind of showcasing like all of the different hats that they wore as women. So musically, I'm sure you'll hear that a lot in the EP. And then right now, one of my producers and co-writers on this record, Parker Welling just became a mom a few months ago, or a couple months ago. So it's been incredible to have her on this team and watch her just navigate being a hit songwriter and a new mom. I know you had Raylan on your show
Yes.
recently, and her and I haven't. I don't even know that we've only met a few times, but we like. I just love connecting with her on social media and just watching her navigate the artist mom life and how supportive she is of other moms doing the same. So there's so much like good in this industry right now and support and celebration of femininity. So I love it.
Yes. Yes, yeah, definitely. We talked a lot about Raylan bringing her daughter on tour, and that was a really fun part of the interview. So
I
I mean, I think talking about family and how much they mean to us, I'm going to see my nephew next week, and I just can't wait. So, you know, it's
love
just,
that. I just met my nephew for the first time
oh,
a few weeks ago, and it's like so special. I'm like now I'm an aunt, and I'm like dying over that. It's so fun, and yeah, it really makes you appreciate all the things that actually matter, and then all this stuff we get to do creatively is just like
yes,
cherry on top. So
yes. And I do agree. Martina and Faith are like in the top list for me too. I remember as a kid, even just seeing their music videos on repeat
yeah,
on TV when I would walk in the living room. So,
so good. The songs, I mean, everybody, I feel like too, even just the outfits and but everything was just so like effortlessly just
yes.
all the time. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I still love watching the videos.
I love it. Well, it was so good to catch up with you today.
Yeah.
Everybody go check out volume 2 of Growing Up Country. Play it in the car with your kids. Play it. Honestly, I might go just listen to it for myself,
Good for adults too, honestly.
just to calm ourselves. And the
Yes.
new EP is going to be out August 23rd, the way we started. I do have to mention the artwork is awesome. So
Oh,
great job of whoever. I mean, it's cool.
it was Brooke Callister. I have to give her credit. She is incredible. And I sought her out before this project because I love her work so much. I was like, you need to design this for me. So thank you so much.
Of course. Well, I look forward to seeing you in person and having you on the show again in the future. And thanks so much for joining
Thank
us.
you so much. It was a blast. Thank you so much for having me.
The Libby Show. It's the Libby Show. It's the Libby Show.